Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Let's wait for everyone to join for a few minutes. Good evening, Sanika, Akash. Today we'll just take some of the difficult solved examples and exercise questions from Central Tendency and Dispersion. Good evening, Sukanya. Okay, some of the difficult questions from solved examples and exercise questions for Central Tendency as well as Dispersion. Okay, and let's see how to solve them quickly. Now questions of calculation, those will not take now. We have already covered those questions. Let's start with central tendency. Let's start with central tendency. Not all questions will solve, only some of the questions now. Like, sorry. This fourth question, solved example number 4 for central tendency. This is of missing values in arithmetic mean. Okay, missing values in arithmetic mean. Now let me give you another question like that. Okay, let me give you another question like that. Let's not solve it. You must have solved it earlier. Let me give you another question like that. So this is like fourth question, solved example. Let's say you have x and f. Maybe x is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. F is maybe 15, 20. This we don't know, this we don't know. And let's say maybe 50. Okay, and x bar is given to us. Let's say x bar is given to us as, just a second, let me calculate. Okay, let's say x bar is given to us as 5.1 and summation f is given as 100. Can you find these two values? Okay, the question is like this. You have to find those two missing values. Good evening, those who are joining now. Fine. So how do we do that? How do we solve such questions? Those who know, those who can solve it by yourself, otherwise concentrate here. We know that sum of all frequencies is going to be 100. Let's assume this as x and y. So we know that 15 plus 20 plus x plus y plus 15 is equal to 100, right? That means what is 15 plus 20 plus 15? 50, right? So we know that 50 plus x plus y is 100. That means we know that x plus y is 50. This is one of the values that we have got, one of the equations that we have got. How can we find second equation? We have this data also, x bar. Always remember, you have to, whenever the question is missing figure, you can form equation from some of the data given in the question. Like this was given and this was given. So let's try to form second equation. How do we get x bar 5.1? How do we get it? X into f, so 3 into 15 plus 4 into 20 plus 5x plus 6y plus 7 into 15. You should not write this. You should directly write these values after multiplication and divide by 100, right? Summation f. So 5.1 will be equal to 15 into 3, 4 into 20, 7 into 15. So 230 plus 5x plus 6y upon 100. So check what equation you get for 5x plus 6y. It should be 5.1 into 100 minus 230, that is 280. Check whether you are getting these two equations, everyone. Let me know if you have understood. And if yes, solve them quickly and tell me the answer. Quickly solve the equations and tell me the answer. Equation solving should also be fast. Like, we know x plus y is 50. So x is equal to 50 minus y. So let's put it here. 5 into 50 minus y plus 6y is equal to 280. So 250 minus 5y plus 6y is equal to 280. So y is equal to 280 minus 250, which is 30, and x is equal to 20. You should be this fast. Okay, you should be this fast by practice in calculation, so that you'll be able to complete the entire paper. Y will be 30 and x will be 20 because x plus y is 50. Let me know if everyone has understood up to this point. I'm going fast, but try to keep up, because this is the speed that you have to maintain in exam also, from exam point of view. Okay, let me know if everyone understood this question. Okay, let's see how many of you understood the question. Let me know if you have understood. Have you got 20 and 30? Try to keep up with me, try to be fast, so that will serve as a practice for exam also. Equations you should be able to solve faster. Has everyone understood? Yes, no? Yes or no? Let me know. Yes, good. Good. 20 and 30, correct, good. Sanika. If anyone has any doubt, or if you have not understood anything, let me know. Then let's see what other different question is there in the study material. In median there is nothing much. In exercise there are few questions which we'll see. In quartiles and in mode there is nothing much. Let's come to this. Normal calculation questions we have already seen. This is a good question, 18th one. Let's try to solve this question, 18th one. Find weighted arithmetic mean, and then we'll go to exercise. In exercise there are a lot of good questions. Find weighted arithmetic mean and weighted harmonic mean of first n natural numbers. The weights being equal to squares of the corresponding numbers. We want AM and HM of first n natural numbers, but weighted. That means our x is what? Natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n. And their weights being what? Their weights being equal to squares of the corresponding numbers. So 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square up to n square. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square up to n square. And you have to find weighted arithmetic mean and weighted harmonic mean. Those who can try, who are confident, try it by yourself. Otherwise, concentrate here. What is formula of weighted arithmetic mean? Summation wx upon summation w, right? So if we do w into x, that is going to be 1 square into 1, that is 1 cube, plus 2 cube, plus 3 cube, plus dot 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 up to n cube, right? Because square into that number, whole upon, just a second, whole upon summation of weights. Summation of weights will be what? 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square. Now if you remember sequence and series, then sum of cubes of first n natural numbers is what? This is sum of cubes of first n natural numbers. Observe, this numerator is nothing but sum of cubes of first n natural numbers, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube up to n cube. So that is just n into n plus 1 by 2 whole bracket square, right? And if you observe in denominator, this is nothing but sum of squares of first n natural numbers, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square up to n square. So it is going to be n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6. Now we can simplify this, and whatever is the answer, that will be our final answer. That will depend on options, how much we have to simplify. But if we try to simplify, it will be n into n plus 1 bracket square by 4 into 6 upon n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. We can cancel 1 n and n plus 1 with this square. So answer will be n 2 3. So 3 by 2 into n plus 1 upon 2n plus 1. This should be the final answer. Obviously it will depend on options. Here there are no options. How much we have to simplify will depend on options. Let me know, are you clear with this? If you are clear, then can you try to find HM by yourself? I'll give you some time. Formula of HM is what? Summation W upon summation W by X. Can you try by yourself? I'll give you some time. Try. Take 2-3 minutes. Try to find harmonic mean. Okay. I'll get some water till then. Let's see if anyone gets the answer. Anyone? Sum of weights. I'll just start solving till that. Sum of weights will be sum of squares of first and natural numbers upon weight upon that number will be 1 square upon 1, that is 1, 2 square upon 2 is 2, 3 square upon 3 is 3. So that is going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 up to n. So it should be n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6 upon n into n plus 1 upon 2, right? Sum of first and natural numbers in denominator. So it will be n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6 into 2 upon n into n plus 1. So if we cancel n into n plus 1 and this, the answer will just be 2n plus 1 by 3. Check if you have got this. If such questions come in exam, still you should try to solve them in within at least 2 minutes so that you don't waste much time in that. Let me know if everything is clear. Clear? Correct, very good Sanika. 2n plus 1 whole upon 3, that is correct. Okay. If anyone has any doubt, you can let me know. Otherwise, try this one. Aim of two numbers is, let's say 34. Their GM is 16. Find the numbers. You must have seen such questions. You must have seen such questions. Aim of two numbers is given, GM of two numbers is given. So what are the numbers? First of all, in options, if they give the numbers, then find it. Then go by options directly, whether AM is 34 and whether GM is 16. But if they give only one of the numbers in options, or if they ask question like this, find smaller of the number, find smaller of the two numbers. Hmm. Then in that case it will be difficult. In that case you'll have to solve the question compulsorily. Okay, so try it. Can you try? ऋषिराज अच्छा नेट चला गया था तो you can, I mean एक बार बाद में देख लो and then if you still have doubt ask me. Okay ऋषिराज, watch it again and then if you still have doubt ask me. If anyone has gone through this but still not understood, then let me know. I'll explain. So what to do in such questions? Let's say the numbers are A and B. So their arithmetic mean is 34. That means A plus B must be 34 into 268. And their geometric mean is 16. That means root AB is equal to 16. Therefore A into B must be 16 square. Right? Fine. So how to solve this now? How to solve this? We can form a quadratic equation. AB is equal to 256. Therefore, or maybe A plus B is 68. Therefore, A is equal to 68 minus B. Right? So let's put it 68 minus B into B is equal to 256. Therefore, 68B minus B square is equal to 256. Therefore, B square minus 68B plus 256 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. We can solve this to get the answers. Minus B plus minus square root of B square minus 4AC, that comes to root of 3600, so that is 60 upon 2A. So two answers should be 68 minus 60 by 2, 4, and 68 plus 60 by 2, that is 64. Either B is 4 or B is 64. You can check, if B is 4 then A will be 64, and if B is 64 then A will be 4, because we know that A plus B is 68, right? So such kind of question is also common in exam. It is asked many times. Generally you can go by options, but not always. If they ask find only smaller number or only bigger number, then you cannot go by options. Then you have to solve this and get smaller number as 4. Is it clear? Let me know. Sanika, Rishura, Sukanya, Akash. Let me know. Okay. In solved examples, correct. In solved examples, there are not much other difficult questions of central tendency. Okay. In dispersion, there are difficult questions. We'll see. But in central tendency, in solved examples, there are only these many difficult questions. This one also we have covered. AM and GM is given, find the numbers and everything. This is normal calculation questions. We can skip that. These are all normal calculation questions. So let's skip that for now. Right now while revising, let's take only complicated questions. So now come to set C of the exercise. Set C of the exercise. First is easy, you have to find mean and median. Second is mean and mode, that is easy. We have seen that for past 2 days. Median mode, that is easy. Okay, just one thing in third question. They are saying find median and modal profits. Median and modal profits. Now understand, when x is given like this, below 5, below 10, below 15, below 20, then that means this is not frequency, this is cumulative frequency. Understand very carefully. This is below 5. Below 5 means what? 0 to 5, right? But below 10 does not mean 5 to 10 now. Below 10 means what? Logically, below 10 means below 10 anything. So 0 to 10, then 0 to 15, 0 to 20 and so on. So ideally we should first convert it to normal frequency distribution. How do we convert? We know that classes are going to be 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, right? This we know. Now understand, below 5 there are 10 items. Below 5 there are 10 firms. Okay, they are giving firms. So this is 10, we know, 0 to 5. Below 10 there are 25 firms. But out of those 25, 10 are below 5. That means remaining 15 must be between 5 to 10. Right? That is difference between the two. Again, 45 are below 15, but 25 are below 10. So we should take only difference, which is 20. Right? So this is cumulative frequency. We have to convert it to normal frequency first. Then 55 minus 45, which is 10. 62 minus 55, which is 7. And 65 minus 62, which is 3. So this will be our actual table, X and F. And then we can find mean, median, mode, whatever is asked. Right now, let's not calculate it. But tell me if you have understood conversion of cumulative frequency to normal frequency. Have you understood cumulative frequency to normal frequency conversion? Let me know. Okay. If anyone has any doubt, ask me. This conversion is important in exam. If you forget that this is cumulative frequency, then you will lose marks unnecessarily for a simple question. Don't do that. Okay, good. Now questions 4, 6, no, question 4, 7 and 8 are good ones. Okay. Let's see question 4. Nikhil, you had doubt in this, I think. Have you understood cumulative frequency? Let me know. Okay, let's see fourth one now. Fourth one is a good one. Following is an incomplete distribution having modal mark as 44. So they are saying mode is 44 and distribution is given, it is incomplete. We don't know this frequency. What would be mean marks? Now for mean we'll need that frequency, right? Okay. Now understand how to solve that. Modal mark is 44, that means mode is 44. That means this must be modal class. This must be modal class because 44 is in this class, right? Now let me write this data properly here. Classes are what? 0 to 20 up to 80 to 100. And frequencies are 5, 18, question mark, 12, 5. And they have given us mode equal to 44. That means we know that this is the modal class. If that is the modal class, then let's use formula of mode. What is formula of mode? Let's assume this is x. It is lower class boundary of modal class, so 40 plus frequency of modal class minus frequency of previous class upon 2 into frequency of modal class minus frequency of previous class minus frequency of next class multiplied by class length. So that is going to be 4 is equal to x minus 18 upon 2x minus 30 into 20. Now take that 20 here if you want, or take this here if you want. That will be what? 8x minus 120 is equal to 20x minus 360, right? So if you take 8x there and 360 here, it will be 240 is equal to 12x. So x will be equal to what? 240 by 12, 20. So whatever value is given, start from that and work out. Write the equation, then you understand what is missing and what is to be done. Has everyone got 20? If yes, then they are asking calculate mean marks. So calculate mean of this data fast. For mean, we'll also have to take total. Find mean. If you have understood, then find mean. Can anyone tell me the mean? Anyone? Is it 48? Check. Option D, 4. Hmm. 48 is the mean. I hope everyone has got this. So whatever is given to you, start working from that. If you have, if you don't have any doubt in this, then can you try question number 7 by yourself? This seventh question. 48, correct. Take a few minutes, take 5 minutes, and for this seventh question, try to tell me the missing frequencies. Okay, let me write it here, whatever is given. X and F, they are saying 0 to 10 up to 50 to 60. Okay. And frequencies they have given us 10 dash 25 30 dash 10. 10 dash 25 30 dash 10. And what they are saying is there are 100 people, that means summation F is 100 and median is 32. Okay. Median is 32, that means this is the median class because 32 is between 30 and 40, right? Can you try to find missing frequencies by yourself? Try to find missing frequencies by yourself. I'll wait for 5 minutes, no issues. Not 5 actually, ideally it should be done in 2-3 minutes. Solve fast. Try. — 15 minutes. So then exam you will be able to solve only 8 questions, right, in 2 hours. Solve fast. अब तक आना चाहिए था. I'll just write out the equation till then. Solve fast. Check fast. If you get X, then you'll be able to get Y because that will be balancing figure. And then they have asked you mean. If anyone gets the answers, let me know on chat, X and Y. Solve. Anyone? Have you got x and y values? Yes, no? Nine and 16, correct. Good, correct. Anyone else? Have you got 9 and 16? Okay, good. Mean should be 31.3. Let me know if everyone is clear with this. If you are clear, then Sanika, what are you saying? Okay. Mean should be 31.3, which is option C. If everyone is clear, 8th will not solve now, it is just like this one. 4th one. 8th is just like 4th one, so we'll not solve that. But let me know if everyone is clear. These were some of the different questions from this chapter. If you are clear, then let's go to some other questions. In standard deviation. Correct, mean 31.3. Good. Combined mean and calculation and everything we have already seen, so we'll not go to that again. But there are a few different questions now, like this. This is very important. Correction. Okay, questions based on correction. Okay, just like this 17th question, but we'll not solve their question because you might have already solved it. Okay, let's not solve this question. Let's create our own question. Let's create our own question. Correction question. Understand carefully now. Let's say x bar for a data was 50. SD for that data was, let's say, 5. Number of observations were, let's say, 100. It was later found that two values were wrongly taken as 60 and 70 instead of 40 and 50. That is, these were our wrong values, these are our correct values. Two values were wrongly taken as 60 and 70 instead of 40 and 50. You have to find correct standard deviation. What is correct standard deviation? Those who know how to solve, start solving. Otherwise, let's solve on screen. Concentrate here. Just a second. Those who know how to solve it, start solving. Otherwise, understand what approach to use for this. This kind of questions are also in correlation. What is formula of SD? Summation x square upon n minus x bar square. Right now we have wrong SD because all these values are wrong right now. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. We have to correct it. We have to correct that SD now. That means we'll have to find each of the correct values. We'll have to find, understand, we'll have to find correct summation x square, we'll have to find correct n, and we'll have to find correct x bar. So that then we can use those three values to get correct SD, right? From this we can find correct SD. Now first let's deal with n. Tell me, is n going to change? Two observations are wrong. Instead of that, we'll put two correct observations. So n is not going to change, right? So n is same. So correct n is still 100 only. Right now also it is 100. Correct n will also be 100 because we'll remove two observations and we'll put two extra observations, right? Okay. Correcting x bar is easier. Let's do that first. We know wrong x bar right now. Wrong x bar is how much? 50. We have got wrong x bar as 50. But we know wrong x bar is what? Summation x, which is wrong summation x upon n. N is 100, right? That means we can get wrong summation x as 50 into 100. That is 5000. Let's try to correct this. Correct means what? Summation x is what? Sum of all values, right? So while taking sum of all values, we must have taken sum of 60 and 70 also wrong values, right? So let's remove that 60 and 70 and let's add correct values now. Correct values are 40 and 50. So let's add 40 and 50 as correct values. So what will be correct summation x now? 5000 minus 60 minus 70 plus 40 plus 50. First tell me whether everyone is with me till this point. Has everyone understood till this point? Let me know. Then we'll proceed because this is a bit complicated. Has everyone understood till this point? Yes, no? Got it? This is correct summation x. Yes, good. Then let's find correct x bar now. Correct x bar will be what? Now new correct summation x upon n, that is 4960 upon 100, so 49.6. So we have got correct summation x, correct x bar also 49.6. Now the only thing remaining is correct summation x square. For that we'll have to use this formula only because it comes in this formula. We have to find correct summation x square. We have to find correct summation x square. That comes in formula of SD and we have wrong SD right now. Wrong SD is 5. But formula of wrong SD is square root of wrong summation x square minus n, sorry, upon n minus wrong x bar square. Obviously this is wrong, so we'll take all wrong values. So 5 is equal to square root of this wrong summation x square, which we don't know, upon 100 minus wrong x bar square. Our wrong x bar was how much? 50. So 50 square is 2500. Let's take square of both sides so that square root sign will be gone. So 25 is equal to wrong summation x square upon 100 minus 2500, right? From this we can get wrong summation x square easily. How much will it be? 25 into 100 plus 2500, 5000. Check. 5000 will be wrong summation x square. Now we'll have to correct it. Now this is summation x square. That means we have added squares of each value, square of each value. So let's subtract wrong value squares and let's add correct value squares. Wrong values were 60 and 70. So let's subtract 60 square and 70 square. And let's add correct value squares, which are 40 and 50. Yes. So 40 square and 50 square. Let's see how much we get as correct summation x square. Sanika, that mean is correct. So tell me correct summation x square now. How much is correct summation x square? 5000 m plus 60 square m minus 70 square m minus, then 40 square m plus 50 square m plus. Check whether it is 600. Correct summation x square should be 600. Check everyone. Oh sorry, this screen turned off, I guess. Just a second. Check everyone. If you are getting correct summation x square as 600. Summation x 5040. Because Sanika, I think you added these values and subtracted these values. Check Sanika once. Wrong values were 60, 70. So we'll have to subtract 60 and 70 and we'll have to add 40 and 50. I think you did exact opposite. You subtracted this and added this. That is why you're getting 5040. Check once. Because then you'll get exactly 40 additional. So 5040. Let me know if everyone has got this, and if yes, calculate correct standard deviation from these three. Correct standard deviation will be square root of correct summation x square upon n minus correct x bar bracket square. But tell me, is that 6? Okay, I think there is something wrong with this. Just a second. Just a second, there is something wrong with this calculation. Oh, sorry. This is wrong. This is not 5000, it is 25 plus 2500 into 100. That is 252500. Okay, so nobody pointed out the mistake. When you solve this equation, how will you solve it? 25 plus 2500 into 100. So that should be 252500, and you have to correct that sum now. 252500. From that we'll deduct 60 square, 70 square, and we'll add 40 square, 50 square, and then it should be 248100. This should be correct summation x square. Check if everyone has got this. 252500. Then deduct 60 square, 70 square, add 40 square, 50 square. 248100 should be the correct value. So this is 248100. This is 248100. So answer will be 248100 divided by 100 m plus 49.6 square m minus MRC and square root. So it should be 4.56508. Now let me know if anyone has doubt in any of the parts. Sanika, have you got that sum correct now? Summation x. Let me know, everyone. Anyone, any doubt up to this point? No doubt? Okay, good. Sanika, have you got the correct values now? Yes, okay, good. Others, Sukanya, Akash, Nikhil, Rishuraj, have you got the answers? Okay, good. You were doing exact opposite. That is why. If yes, let's go to next then. Okay, quartile deviation, there is nothing different. This kind of question is a good one now. This question number 21, this kind of question is a good question now. Understand, the mean and variance of 5 observations are given, and 3 of the observations are given to you, and what are the remaining observations? That is what they are asking. Okay, let's not take their example, let's take our own example. Let's take our own example. Let's say for 5 observations, x bar is given as let me calculate, just a second, let me take a suitable example. X bar is 7, let's say, and sigma x is given as, just a second, root 8. And you are given that 3 observations are, let's say 5, 7 and 11. You have to find remaining 2 observations. Remaining two observations. Can you try to find remaining 2 observations? Maybe assume them as A and B and try. Those who know, or those who can, those who want to try it by yourself, otherwise concentrate here. They have given us 2 data, x bar and sigma x. So we'll use both of them. Let's start with x bar. X bar is summation x upon n. Summation x will be what? 5. Sum of all values. So 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus a plus b upon n is 5. 5 observations are there, is equal to x bar. X bar is given as 7, right? So if we rearrange this, we get 5 plus 7 plus 11, that is 23 plus a plus b is equal to 35. So a plus b is what? 12. A plus b is 12. So we used this information. Now let's use this information. Sigma x. What is formula of sigma x? Let's take sigma square x. Sigma square will be root 8 square, that is 8, which will be equal to not square root now, which will be equal to summation x square upon n minus x bar square. So that will be 8 is equal to summation x square, that means sum of squares. So 5 square plus 7 square plus 11 square plus a square plus b square upon n is 5 minus x bar square. X bar is 7, so 7 square is 49. If you rearrange this, it will be 8 plus 49 into 5, that is 285, is equal to 5 square, 7 square, 11 square, that is 195 plus a square plus b square. Therefore, a square plus b square will be 90. Check. 90. That means we got 2 equations. A plus b is 12 and a square plus b square is 90. So what we can do is we can form quadratic equation from this, right? We can try to form quadratic equation from this. Or we can go by trial error also, trial and error. How trial and error? Understand? We know a plus b is 12, so a plus b bracket square will be 144. That is a square plus 2ab plus b square will be 144. But a square plus b square, we know a square plus b square is what? 90. That means 90 plus 2ab is equal to 144. Therefore ab will be what? 144 minus 90 by 2, 27. So we need two numbers whose sum is 12 and product is 27. If you observe, 3 and 9 are the numbers, because 3 plus 9 is 12 and 3 into 9 is 27. Obviously this is trial and error. We cannot do this unless we have options, unless at least we have one of the options. If we have one of the options, then we can try this trial and error method. So 3 and 9 will be the answers. Otherwise go by quadratic equations, no issues. Take a is equal to 12 minus b and then put it in the a square plus b square equation to get the answer. That also you can do definitely. Let me know if everyone is clear with this. Has everyone got 3 and 9? Have you got 3 and 9? Good. If yes, then we'll go to last question for today, which is a very complicated question. The next one, 22nd one. Very complicated question. If everyone is done with this, let me know. Then we'll go to that question. No means not understood, Vaibhavi. Got it? Okay. Done? Okay. Fine. Sanika, Rishraj, others, let me know. Okay. Okay, good. Let's go to last question for today, which is a complicated one. Let me write that data first here, then I'll explain. Seventeen, 35, 28, 15, 5. What they are saying is, now concentrate carefully. After shift of origin and change of scale, a frequency distribution of a continuous variable with equal class length takes following form of changed variable d. That means this d we have got after change of origin and change of scale. That means maybe original data was x, we changed its scale, we changed its origin, and then we got this new data d. This new data is after change of origin and change of scale. Okay. So now let's see what they are saying. If the mean and standard deviation of original frequency distribution, okay, original frequency distribution is x. So x is our original, d is our changed. And they have given us x bar and sigma x, mean and standard deviation. X bar is how much? 54.12, and standard deviation is given as 2.1784. That means sigma square will be what? 2.1784 ka square, that is 4.74. Okay, fine, no issue. It is coming in points, so let's keep it as it is. I thought it will at least be a perfect square. No issues. Square root of somewhere. Now what we can do is, we have original data's mean and SD. Can we find mean and SD of this data? That is d bar and sigma d. can we find mean and SD of this data? For this data, finding mean will be easy. First of all, 17 plus 35 plus 28 plus 15 plus 5. 100 is the total. Find out mean of this data. Can anyone tell me mean of this data? Can anyone tell me mean of this data? D bar. D bar. Are you getting it as 0.44? Check. Check if you are getting D bar as 0.44. And let's calculate standard deviation also of this data, sigma d. For that, we'll have to use the formula summation d square upon n minus d bar square. So let's try to use it. Summation d square. Sorry, frequency is there. So f d square upon summation f. Fine, no issues. F into d square. So 2 square into 17 m plus 1 square into 35 m plus 1 square into 15 m plus 2 square into 5 m plus. So that should give you root of 138 by 100 minus 0.44 square. So sigma d should be 1.08921. Let me know in comments if everyone has got sigma d bar and sigma d. Yes or no? D bar and sigma d. Has everyone got D bar and sigma d? If yes, then we can proceed ahead. Okay, if yes, now concentrate. We know that standard deviation is affected by change of scale, positive value of change of scale. We know that standard deviation is affected by positive value of change of scale. So, if d is equal to a plus bx, then we know that sigma d is equal to absolute value of b into sigma x, which we have seen yesterday, right? If d is equal to a plus bx, then we know that sigma d is equal to absolute value of b into sigma x, right? So we know that 1.08921 is equal to absolute value of b into 2.1784. Check. Check if you are getting this. If yes, then we can get b from this, absolute value of b from this. 1.08921 divided by 2.1784, which is 0.5, half. Check. Now in module they have solved this in the wrong way because they have taken only one possibility. But now if absolute value of b is 0.5, that means either b is 0.5 or b is minus 0.5. Because absolute value is always positive, right? Now we can use mean to find a, because we know that d bar is equal to a plus b x bar, because mean is affected by both change of origin and change of scale. So d bar we know, x bar also we know. So 0.44 is equal to a plus 0.5 into x bar. X bar is 54.12, or d bar, that is 0.44, is equal to a minus 0.5 into 54.12. Two possibilities are there. In first possibility, a will be what? 0.5 into 54.12. Negative 26.62. or in second possibility A will be 27.5. Check whether everyone has got this A. So in first case, A is this and B is 0.5, or in second case, A is this and B is minus 0.5. We have to consider both of the options now. Now we know that D is equal to A plus BX. That means we have D already, right? So D minus A is equal to BX. Therefore, X will be D minus A upon B. X will be D minus A upon B, right? We have D values. What are D values? D column minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. So X will be D minus A upon B. That is D minus A is what? Negative 26.62. So plus 26.62 upon B. B is 0.5 here. And in second case, X will be D minus 27.5 upon negative 0.5. These will be the two answers which we have to check. Let's check first one. Let's convert every D using D plus 26.62 upon 0.5. So minus 2 plus 26.62 upon 0.5, that is 49.24. Minus 1 plus 26.62 upon 0.5, 51.24. 53.24, 55.24 and 57.24. Check. And in second case it will be minus 2 minus 27.5 divided by minus 0.5, that is 59. Minus 1 minus 27.5 divided by 0.5 negative, that is 57. 55. 53, 51. Check. And frequencies we already have. Right, so two answers will be possible for this. We have to convert it to classes, but I hope you can do it. These are class marks, you can convert it to classes by taking averages. But this is the basic answer. Frequency will be same, it will not matter for frequency. Frequency is anyway same. So this was a bit complicated question. Let me know if everyone is clear with this. Yes, no? Is everyone clear with this? Clear? Okay, good. Okay. If yes, then let's stop here for today. In next lecture, we'll start with next chapter. Okay, I've not decided yet. Let's decide and I'll plan accordingly. Okay. Okay, then bye everyone. Good night. We'll meet tomorrow. So bye everyone. Good night. Good night. Yes, bye.